Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Check, 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 check. Hold on. Let me go check. Yeah, there you go. I can see myself. Can you hear me now? Of course you can. All right, check it out. All right. So, hey, B, how's it going? Borrado from Houston, Texas. Oraldo from there, from DFW. Guys, thank you so very much for joining me. Okay, so this is the deal. This is what I said earlier. We were supposed to be coming from a club. We weren't able to come from the club because, well, club things happen. So, yes, that's a TP in my living room behind my shoulder. Yes. So, but I have my good buddy here with me. And so, yeah, it's Tejano time. I know. There you go. So let me go ahead and run the intro and bring my buddy on so that way we can have a little bit of talk and some conversations. I had some people calling in as well. So we're going to make a day of it, right? So here, let me go ahead and run that intro. It goes like this. Check it out. So that's my buddy right there, DJ Energy, the one and only. What's up, my big daddy? How you doing, bro?
Good, man. Glad to be here. I'm getting, watching that video, I get all hyped up.
You like it already, man. You're like, hey, what's the deal? How come it ain't happening? But I was telling the crew, it's just like stuff like this happens, bro. It does. Yeah. We can't put. I tell people all the time, it's like when artists say, hey, you know what? My song is going to come out at the end of the month. No, it's not. Because you don't know. There's so many things that can go wrong that you don't know if it's going to happen. And, there's all these things that get in the way. And me, I've had several clubs and several bars and stuff like that. And so it's like, there's this rule and that rule, and you got to wait for this and you got to wait for that. You can't open because you don't have trash cans. What do you mean I don't have trash cans? I have trash cans, right? No, you got to have the big trash cans and stuff like that. So there's all kinds of stuff, and it just didn't happen. But that doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's just that it didn't happen the way we could have done it, but it wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to do it like, I want people to see the show because I've seen parts of it already. It's like 90% done, and what I've seen already is pretty badass, bro. So talk to me. Talk to me about what you got there, man. I mean, because the LED wall alone, how many clubs have an LED wall? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, man, it's kind of like that's a secret. Don't say that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Don't share it, guys. Also, Rita's on here. Check it out. Rita's already here.
Oh,
She's
yeah,
like,
hey Rita, what's up?
"What's up,
Hey,
Rita?" She's like,
we're
"Heck
gonna
yeah!" She's like, "Yes, we love DJ Energy."
we're gonna
That's what I'm
make it.
talking about.
We're gonna make it happen, man. Real soon, real soon.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen. But yeah, no, just like you said, just things we got to make sure everything's right. All our I's are dotted, T's are crossed. Because when you're messing with, when you're working with, these organizations, man, you just need to make sure everything's right. So you don't have any issues, you don't have any problems, and so we we just a couple of things that we just need to iron out, but we are very, very close, and I haven't made any announcements yet. I'm itching to make some announcements, but it's going to happen real soon. But yeah, but like you said, we are, on the entertainment side, we are about 90% done. We got everything, state of the art sound system, lighting, audio visual, like it's going to be amazing in there. So
Well, and not only that, you've got a restaurant that's in there,
yep,
for so that people are going to be able to eat. But the thing is, this place was already doing well
yeah,
before. Now things happen, as things always do. We don't control that. That's not up to us. But you were the main reason that things were happening in the first place, bro. Because listen, that video was I took it at that club. When I made that promo,
yeah,
I took
yeah,
that. That's part of, and that club was just like that's not even half of what you've done so far. The changes that you've done, you put
yeah,
tons of money into this thing,
yeah,
and to make it a premier spot, it's going to be a premier spot, bro. It's going to be like a mega. I guarantee you, because I don't know of anything that's the amount of effort that you put into this place and how beautiful it looks. I don't know of anybody that's done that in this area. And you got to, this is one of the things I tell people, for those of y'all that are artists, that you can pass on to your friends and stuff like that. We're in San Angelo, Texas, a city of 110,000 people, going on about 120,000. We're 90 miles away from Midland, that has 65,000 people in there. We're 100 miles away from Odessa, that has 180,000 people. We're 84 miles away from Big Spring, that has 67,000 people. We're 90 miles away from Abilene, that has 162,000 people. Dude, we're now within 100 miles of freaking 500,000 people.
yeah,
And we have the largest lake that is freaking 98% like full.
yeah.
People come here to vacate all the time. So this is going to be the place. This is going to be the spot,
I
bro.
hope so, man. Like we've got, I've as just as a of course I'm a DJ. I've been a DJ for going on like 20 years now, maybe a little bit more now. But I've worked with a lot of establishments here in town, and I've learned a lot, seen a lot, and I just want to kind of take the good things from the things that I've experienced and kind of ball it all up. I do have to shout out, man. Like I've this wouldn't be possible without like you, for example. A lot of support, man. A lot of like creativity with certain things that you've helped out a lot. You've provided some guidance, Raymond Rivas, I have to shout. Angelo Sounds. He's the man. He's taught me so much as
A little
far
bit
as
closer, bro.
he's taught me so much. There we go. That sounds better. He's taught me so much as far as like sound, lighting, all that, man. And he's been very instrumental in the install there at the club.
Oh
So
yeah.
and that's just to name a few. There's been a lot of people that I've been real fortunate, man. Had a lot of support, and it's kind of, even though it's like my thing or whatever, it's kind of like a group effort, So I have to definitely be grateful and shout out, those people, and just say thanks, man, because it's you included, but yeah, man, it's just it's awesome. And you're right, as far as the proximity to like all the other the towns, the neighboring towns, that's what we want to do, man. We want to come in, we want to just provide something new, something just entertaining. That's my thing. When I think about what I want to do, I want something fun and something safe. Those two things, man. Those are things that anything that I build around is I want it to be like so entertaining, everybody have a good time, but I want everybody to be safe. And so we've taken some measures to kind of to help with that, to help curb any things that happen.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that also people need to understand is, people, it's like, it's like what I say about, Chente Barrera, they're like, well, Chente who, I was like, the guy's been on like 500 freaking albums. You've heard him, you know who he is.
Yep.
And they're like, no. I was like, dude, he's played drums, he's played guitars, he's done backup vocals. He's done it all for a lot of different people. You just didn't know he was there. You were actually DJing at the, here, I'm trying to fix this real quick. You were DJing at the, at Fanfare.
Yep.
Mexican stage. Yeah. But you were there.
Yep.
And
again, that's another, just because of friends that were able to pull some strings and get me in there, that's been a dream of mine, and so hey, bring your gear, show up this time. Okay, let's go. There I am with my wagon, man. Let's go. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Dragging my wagon, and my wife like, let's go, man.
She's like, I want to look at this. No, come on, let's go.
Really, man, I'm walking all over that park with my wife and whatnot. But yeah, again, so another example where somebody who was willing to help me out, because I feel like I think that I take it serious, you know what I mean? And they understand that, so.
And going along that lines is what I was saying. Hey, Tony, how's it going? Tony and Norma jumping in. Hey, Hilda Peña, how are you doing, sweetheart? Nice to see you. I'm trying to keep up. I have a different laptop that I'm using, and I didn't do I don't have my mouse with it, and it's a touch screen, and I can do it, but my arms are short. So I'm having to do it kind of half-ass. So don't get mad at me.
Get mad at him. It's okay.
All right. No, but the thing is that we've been in the game for a long time, bro. We've been in the game for a long time, but here's the deal. You've done it in all these different genres, so you're not new to the game, and you know what works and what doesn't work. And that's the key thing, is you're able to draw from your experience. You're able to go in there and say, I know what works, what doesn't work. And I know what people like and what people don't like. And you're able to fashion it to where people will want to come out and do this and want to enjoy themselves. Because half of the time people don't like it because the fact that, they're they don't see that they've taken the extra mile. But you've done it, bro. The restrooms are amazing in this thing. You've taken care of everything. And that's one of the things that, I like to tell people is that I don't ever associate myself with a lot of people. I don't. I keep my circle small. You've been in my circle for a long time. I mean, like 20 plus years, bro.
Man, a lot of years,
yeah. So, it's something that we've done. We've been a part of together. And then you've gone on and branched off and did this thing, and I'm just in awe because I can't wait. And one of the things that I want to let you guys, you and the audience, is that I'm working on trying to get a show coming up here to San Angelo, because of the fact that I know there's plenty of shows there in San Antonio. I do know that that's a fact. I'm not worried about that. What I want is to be able to facilitate an avenue for people to come up here in West Texas and give them an opportunity to be heard here in West Texas. And nothing's better than doing it here with Chris, because first, it's a great establishment. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It's a great location. They got parking, believe it or not. They got like places where you can park. It's not, you don't have to park on the street. You don't have to worry about some dude, rummaging through your freaking your stuff, right? But it's also it's a clean place, man. You got doors that work, tables that are straight.
Right, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Some places, man, I'm calling any names or anything, but
dude, I've been in. I was in one place where the restroom was elevated, okay, but it was like if you open the door, like everybody in the bar could see.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who did this? Who thought that? Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll put it right there.
Right.
Where
little throne.
I know, and it's like 2 steps, and I'm like, okay, it's really good at the beginning. But what happens when people get drunk and they forget they got 2 steps? So that's not very safe, bro. But anyway, but you know what? I also wanted to take this time to go ahead and share some music with some of these guys, to let, because I'm also all about music and everything else. And Chris, you're all about music and everything
All
else. A
about it.
lot of these people. This is a good friend of your wife. I know, Grisel. Yeah, I
You
almost said
said
it
it
wrong.
right. You said it
No,
right.
I almost
You
said it wrong.
said it right.
I almost,
Yeah, she's
I
gonna be
almost did.
happy.
She's got to get mad at me. But Grisel, she's a very very good friend and a very dear friend. But this is another person that is really really sweet. Um, and this video just came out, and I was there, and I was saying, hey man, I was in front, and they didn't. They excluded me from the pictures, bro. I mean, come on, man, that ain't
Man, you're
nice.
too pretty, bro.
No,
Too
what
pretty,
are you
man.
talking about? Man, I'm ugly. By the way, that day I was at the store, and some black dude, he was like bald like you, bro, and he's like, hey, bro, give me some of that hair. And I was like, nah, dude. He's like, hey, people they don't believe my hair. I'm as old as I am, and then I have the long hair. So
know, man.
I got another story about the hair real quick. So go ahead and check this out. This is Stephanie Montiel. Of course, that's who I'm talking about. This is her new song. This is called Nada. We'll be right back. That's the man himself, the one and only Chris,
Woo, woo.
DJ Energy, and I'm Indio here.
Bebé, yo quiero vivir contigo. Llegaste a mi camino para amar. Si nunca te hubiera conocido, sé muy bien habría un gran vacío en mí. Por eso yo pierdo el control cuando no estás aquí. ¿Qué soy yo sin ti? Nada. ¿Qué haría yo sin ti? Nada. ¿Qué puedo lograr si no estás tú? Nada, nada, nada. ¿Qué soy yo sin ti? Nada. ¿Qué más puedo pedir? Nada. ¿Qué puedo lograr sin tu cariño? Nada, nada, nada. Bebé, ¿no ves que te necesito? Te quiero aquí conmigo para amar. Si nunca te hubiera conocido, sé muy bien habría un gran vacío en mí. Por eso yo pierdo el control cuando no estás aquí. ¿Qué soy yo sin ti? ¿Qué haría yo sin ti? ¿Qué puedo lograr si no estás tú? ¿Qué soy yo sin ti? ¿Qué más puedo pedir? ¿Qué puedo lograr si no estás tú? ¿Qué soy yo sin ti? ¿Qué soy yo sin ti? ¿Qué más puedo pedir? ¿Qué puedo lograr sin tu cariño?
Nice, super nice, man, bro. You know what, man? I was there, and they didn't even take a. Just kidding. I keep complaining it. I'm waiting for her to say, all right, Lawrence, you can be in the next one. She's not going to say that, but I'm hoping, right? So I turned up the light so I can see myself, and now I can see myself a little bit clearer. So can y'all see me? Glenn Smith. Hey, West Texas in the house. How are you doing, brother? Thank you so very much. Yes, we are West Texas, and yes, we are here. So definitely, thank you so very much. Talking to my boy, DJ Energy in the house. And like I said, we've got we've got a lot to talk about, bro. But one of the things that you and I we've been working on, it's just like, we put a little sauce in the pot, we're just trying to come up with some ideas. And like I mentioned it before, I've been working on this thing to try to do my show. Now, for those of y'all that know me from way back, a lot of artists, y'all have seen me do my show. I've had a TV show for well over 17 years. If it wasn't Hispanorama, it was Plugged In TV. I had a lot of different ones. And so that really was where I cut my teeth with with interviewing and stuff like that. So I talked to Chris, and this is after he told me, he was putting the show together. And I said, hey, Chris, man, what do you think if I did my show over at your place? And, Chris, I mean, you were like, well, no.
This guy.
You're like, hell no. No,
that's my show.
No, but I mean, it was a good fit, bro. Working together and stuff like that. It was a good fit. Mm-hmm. And you've got a good space. Like I said, plenty of parking. Thursdays is a good night. And yeah, so that's really what we're thinking about, is just doing some bringing some artists up there. And I've talked to several artists about coming on up there. And there's a little hint, I've talked to quite a few artists that are about to come up there. Patricia Archuleta featuring Mancini, my girl. How are you doing? Hi, Indio Cáceres. Blessings upon you and yours. Thank you so very much, sweetheart. She only listens to me for like 15 minutes. She's during lunch right now. She's at work, so she just takes her lunch and she checks us out. That's badass. Thank you so very much, sweetheart. I appreciate that. No, yeah. So I've approached several people. Johnny Martinez. He loves being up here. And so Johnny's like, yeah. I definitely. He's in Barbados or some shit like that right now. So I was like, yeah. So and I've talked to several other artists, but they're gonna be the thing that I'm gonna do is we're gonna have the show, and what we're gonna do is, after the show, there's going to be an opportunity for you guys to go ahead and buy their merch, get some autographs, get some pictures and stuff like that. Make it easier for y'all. But really, the cool thing is that it's going to be free for you to come and watch the show and listen to them. And they're going to perform some songs. And it's just going to be, I know I'm not going to try to be Johnny Canales. That's not who I am. However, I've done this.
I want him to be Johnny.
No, it's
not be Johnny, but anyway.
Yeah. No.
No, but seriously, real quick, okay, as far as that goes, I do want it to build into something.
Oh yeah.
That is that people talk about, that people come to see, just it's, I have this vision in my head, and it's a pretty grand vision, you know what I mean? And I think
it's got to start somewhere, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
It really does. It's got to start somewhere. And, to be honest with you, the thing that really works is like-minded people. We've been like-minded people for a long time. We've hung out, I know your wife, mine, we know our families and stuff like that. We've worked together for such a long time. But the thing is that we're true to the music. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? People, artists, I remember Di Marie. She was like, that DJ there in San Angelo, he's got my music. And I was like, of course he does, but because it's reality is who we are. And to be honest with you, what we do is we go ahead and we're honest with them, with how we deal with the music. And that's what we want to do. We want to be honest with the music. And what we want to do is we want to share our experience and give people an opportunity to share in this endeavor. Because look, the club is an awesome place to be, but the thing is this: what we lack in music or in anything really, and I've said this before, this has isolated us. Because of this, we stay at home. Because of this, instead of going over to somebody's house and giving them a hug and telling them thank you, instead of giving them a hug and telling them happy birthday and telling them, giving a hug and saying I'm sorry, we give them an emoji and we say thank you. That's it. And so we need to reconnect with each other, and the best way to do it is through music. And when you go to see when you see Stephanie Montiel perform like the badass show that she always does, you're going to want to come back, especially when you have a place that makes it easier for you to enjoy yourself. You don't have to fight for a stupid chair. You don't have to worry about, damn, is there going to be any paper in the stall, because that happens, bro. But you know what? And you got great people working for you. I think it's going to be a great thing, man. What is your hope as far as, me bringing the show over there, with these artists? Because, the last time I did it, I had people like Patsy Torres. I had Marcus Daniel. I had, Virginia Valor. I had a bunch of different people coming up there. But, I'm just going to keep doing what I do. Patricia Archuleta says, you're so right. So thank you, P.
Yeah, no. I mean, as far as my vision, I've been a Tejano DJ, for a lot of years now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in this town, there's been times where it maybe wasn't the most popular, genre, but I stuck with it, and
Mm-hmm.
and so I want to bring Tejano music, make sure that and not that it doesn't come, because we've got some good people that bring some artists, on occasion and whatnot, but I want it to be something, Tejano music to be a part of San Angelo. When you think of San Angelo, you think it's the Tejano music, you know what I mean?
Right.
And, and I think what we're doing, like you said, is just the beginning. I want to be able to, it is going to be on Thursdays, but why not? You know what I mean? Like,
there's absolutely no reason why not. Not only that, it's a start. It has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
Every journey starts with one step, and it has to start somewhere. And to be honest with you, it's been a drought. And so we need to just start with something. And that's what we need to do. And, with all the work that we've been doing, with all the effort that we've been pushing, for me, I think the thing that really bothered me the most, even though people say I have success, the thing that's bothered me the most is that when I push for music that's here in West Texas, it's been in Midland, Odessa, and Abilene, because here there really wasn't anything here in San Angelo, and I have to go 90 miles. And that's not, I will go, I will do it. Shit, I'm going to be in Houston this weekend. I'll go for it. Yeah. That's not what I'm saying, but I'd like to be able to push it here.
Yeah. Exactly,
I'd like to be able to push it here, push it up. My good friend Sammy Torres, she's pushing it up to Lubbock, Texas. And what's really awesome about that is that, it starts with something. And she's like, I'm just, she's just a girl, and she's got one song out, and she's a newbie, and she says, hey, but I'm going to do my best. And she has. And already there's Stephanie Montiel is going to be up there. Los Hermanos Peña are going to be up there. Tercero is going to be up there. She's going to be performing. And it's going to be this weekend. And I've got tickets. I've got 2 pairs of tickets that I'm going to be giving away. With that being said, let me go ahead and play Capturado from Sammy Torres, and we'll give you the names of those people that won it. So I'll be right back after this.
Hay un amor tan triste, profundo en tus ojos, ojos bonitos brillarán. verdad me robas tú el corazón. Capturada en tu cárcel de amor, amor. Capturada en tu cárcel de la.
Nice, super nice. B's like, I hope my boy Indio is not crying. Loco. I'm not crying, it's called frustration.
He was wiping his tears away. Don't believe him.
Don't tell nobody, bro. That's not cool, brother. That is not cool. Oh man, it's a good song, dude. When she was telling me about it, I was like, man, I thought I was like, it's the concept that she was telling me about that was really cool, but I didn't really understand, what was going to be the end result, and yeah. It came out real good.
Yeah, it was nice, man. It was awesome.
Yeah. So we're doing it right now. I'm sorry. The reason I am doing this is because I am looking at the winner. And here we go. Let me get the winner up. That is, oh, wow. Uh-oh. Hey. I did it computer wise. That's it. All I did was computer. I didn't do anything. So do not. Don't blame the onions. B. Turn Chris's mic up. I can't hear him. Go ahead, Doe.
Can you hear me? I talk pretty low, so I apologize, but let me know if that's better, worse, good.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear yourself?
Yeah. Kind of back and forth though, so
you going in?
I'm gonna have to talk louder.
There you go. You just being all quiet and stuff.
Sorry, right? All timid.
You guys, don't be timid, bro. Don't be timid. All right. So the rules were simple. You're supposed to put in your email because that's how I'm going to notify you through your email. But I also said that I was going to mention it today because we had time, and I went ahead and checked it out. And I went ahead and put it in, and the winner is, and do not call me crooked because I did not. It's because Lawrence is super loud. Look.
That is true. That is true. He turns himself
fine.
down. He turns himself down.
I can't believe you said that.
That's funny.
Now his mic is good.
Right.
Look how he has his mic all the way up there now.
It's all turned up, blasted or what?
It's because you're
I had to open up the lungs.
Oh yeah, because you're all like setting up and everything. Look, I'm all prepper.
And then I had to show off because we
Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah. You need to.
But if you want to do announce the winners first.
Oh yeah. Let me the announce the winner, the winner of the tickets. The okay. So we're gonna have two pairs of tickets. Okay, and one of them is let me go back to it. Did I do this right? Oh, hold on. Okay. So one of them is Vicky. And Vicky, you know which Vicky you are. And I will send you an email, Vicky. And the other one is Juan Reyes. So Juan Reyes, you have won yourself a pair of tickets. Vicky, you have won yourself a pair of tickets. Thank you so very much, guys. And for those of you that entered, the third person that entered that's not in Texas, because I'm giving away some stuff that's not in Texas. And this is going to be, so I got some of these. I'm going to give you 2 of these because I got 2 merch like this. And let's see the t-shirt.
The t-shirt. Let me grab it.
Okay, so he's gonna bring them. So hold on. Yeah, we're actually sitting at the same table. It's just that I have two different. You show me yourself.
Oh.
All right, so you're on camera now. So
All right. So
this one's your camera right there. So for in honor of the opening, you get 2 t-shirts. Check it out. Nice.
Yep.
You know what? You're the I left on the because these cameras, they have the red line that says that you're in focus. So that red line is like they're actually this color. I left them on you. So
oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. No, so you know how I was talking about earlier that you help out and support, and we're a part of it. I can say that Lawrence is responsible for that logo. So yeah, I reached out, I showed him. We've actually got 2 logos that we play around with. We've got this one here.
That's a nice one. Right? That's a nice one.
So we've got this Ranch 125. This is 1.0, and then that's 2.0 right there. So, but we love them both, man. We love them both. They're super awesome. Like, we've got this one up on the wall, but we're gonna have that one up on the marquee up on the top, for people to see for I don't know, miles out, man.
Right,
they'll be able to see it from a good distance, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's another thing that people don't realize is that you have to have it put up. I mean, just getting a sign done. And I'll tell you a funny story. I don't know if you remember when I was opening up that club over there on 32nd Street with my friend Jose, and his uncle said, "I'm going to do the sign." It was plexiglass, and it was opaque, and then he painted it with like paintbrushes. So during the day it looks cool, but at night you can see the paint strokes.
The strokes and whatnot, man.
It's with acrylic. I was like, maybe not. B's what does B say? He says, "Shit, Indio don't have to call me. He just talking. I can hear him." Loco. I'm not that loud, bro. But no, you know what? You guys gonna have some food there, but the club thing is what I really like is this. The fact that you're gonna have that availability, and we're gonna be able to do so much stuff together, to work together, to make it possible for people to enjoy themselves. But this is one of the few locations that's Hispanic oriented, where you have you yourself as a Hispanic doing something in your community that you've been because you've been the doer, but never the organizer. You've always been the one that, we're going to get Chris. Chris is going to be here. Yeah, but it's never been your thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We need Chris here. We want Chris here, but it's never been your thing. Yeah, exactly. And it's cool, but there were a lot of things that were centered around you. You were like,
but I've done some cool stuff. I've got to work with some amazing artists. That's what I want to do, is continue to work with them. Mm-hmm. I mean, some of these people are, like idols, you know what I mean? Like, right, oh man, I grew up listening to these guys, mm-hmm. And to be rubbing shoulders with them, up until now, I've gotten to work, like I said, with a lot of them here in town. But I just want to continue that,
most definitely.
I'm super excited about it.
Jojo Herrera, how are you doing, brother? He says, saludos. How are you up to, brother? Yeah, thank you so very much here. I just hit the wrong button. There you are. All right. Yeah, no, it's true, and I we've been hanging out together since the freaking the Graham Central Station days. How's that?
Or if you're from San Angelo, the Roxy days. That's if you're not from San Angelo, don't.
That's a long time ago. Oh my God, man.
Oh man.
I remember the first time you met Chona House.
Don't remind me.
No, it was cool, bro.
Yeah.
It was just because he's a cool guy. It was just
I forgot about that, man. Jeez.
I was just happy,
Oh,
because
man.
it was just we'll tell you, we'll share it next time. Right now, this is what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and be looking out. Coming Thursdays, we're going to be doing a live show from his club because it's going to be an awesome place. And wait till you see what he has in store, what he has available. He's going to start sharing some pictures with me. I'm going to start putting them up as far as this location. It is amazing, up and down. By the way, Jojo Herrera, he says saludos. Jojo, thank you so very much. Jojo, and he's invited me in, and this is already 2 years in a row. They got the volleyball contest that's happening there in San Antonio. The volleyball thing is just irrelevant, but what the main point is to go ahead and raise money for kids for going back to school, and it's an honorable cause. So if you get a chance to go ahead and do that, and get together, I got more information. I'm sorry, I don't have that panel with me. I'm on a different computer. Normally I have it with me. I don't. I do want to show you this though. Here, this is a picture that I took of Chris at this location. This is before. This is the club, what it looked like before. And this is not even half of the lights that he has in there now. This is just like a very rudimentary, the way it looked like before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this is what, a year ago, maybe?
You know what? Yeah. Maybe closer to 2.
Yeah, closer to 2. Yeah.
But and 60 pounds heavier, by the way. But
let's put it down there.
We'll talk about that. No, but I have this picture right in the side, like a 20 by whatever, like a poster size, in my office cubicle at work. Everybody's like, "Is that you?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me, man." It's a great talking piece.
People are like, "Dude, man, check it out," and you don't mention that I'm the one that took the picture.
No, man, I'm like, I did that.
It was
in the picture, and I took it.
It's a selfie. Now be watching out for Jojo. I'll get some more information on that thing, so that way we can do that. Yeah, B says that looks sweet, man. Yeah, I'm on Roku TV. Look over my shoulder. There it is. Check it out. That's on TV. Believe it or not, that's an 80-inch TV back there. I know it looks small, but it's far away. And yes, that's a teepee there. People are like, hey, he's really an Indian. not the feathers. With that being said, though, hey, I wanted to tell you real quick, there's a fundraiser that's happening here next week. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it or not, but it is for Raulito Navaira. I've already talked to him. Talk to some people, and they're putting it together. I'll get some more information for it. I'll post it on my Facebook so that we can get it. But with that being said, let me go ahead and play one of the rising songs that are going really, really fast, rising really, really fast on my Facebook. On my radio station, and that is Salucita from Destiny Nevada. So let's go ahead and take a listen.
Despertar junto a tu piel, qué bonito estar contigo. Sabes que me enloqueces, Salucita, ven dame un besito. Mis manos acariciándote y mis labios besándote. No hay otra manera de estar más feliz.
I'm not even. I'm over here all talking and shit.
I know, right? We're doing two shows at once.
We're having two shows. Damn it, boy, says B. That looks like a 32-inch. Hombre, bro. That's hijo B.
I wasn't going to say anything, but we were trying to mind my own business. But no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's harsh, man. That is harsh. Well, look, guys, you know what? I'm glad that you're here. And I hope we can do some more of these things, man,
Yes,
in the
yes.
future. I know that we're going to be doing it from your club, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be wonderful. I can't wait to see the artists that are going to be there. I do know one thing. Rita was supposed to be here today, but like I said, things happen, man. That's out of our control. Obviously, if we could control it, we would be there today, but things are tricky when it comes to liquor licenses, especially now. You have to understand when it comes to alcohol and getting your license, everything is accounted for. It's no messing around. Laws are laws, and you have to follow the law. And we are two soldiers that follow the law,
Heck
man.
yeah.
We have to follow the law.
Yeah, definitely. Man.
So that's one of the things that we do. And so that's why, we're not going to mess with it. We would rather just do it right. But we will be going there. Rita is going to be my first guest. I will tell you that. Rita's going to be my first guest. I miss my girl. I promised her no fire.
No fire. I don't even want to know. Man.
Well, we did it here one time, and I was cooking for her.
Oh.
And I had one of those solar deals, solo grill things, with the butane thing. And I didn't put the butane thing in all the way. And I kept trying to turn it on and it wouldn't work. And I was like, And I opened it up and I reset that thing and I turned it on.
Boom.
But all that butane, it's liquid, right?
Yeah,
but it's heavier than air. So it just kind of fell down and it fell into because it's right next to the sink. And so it fell into the sink. So when it turned on, the sink went poof. I was like, damn. She's like, holy crap. So that's why she was like,
Jeez,
and she gave me a picture.
Only Indio.
I know, right? I thought he knew how to build a fire. He's supposed to be some kind of Mexican, some kind of Mexican Indian. My bad, Indio. You're just like, of course, Bill. You don't have to worry about that, man. You're all good. Rita says, only firefighters. Look, no, girl, no. Oh no, don't. That's. It was funny. It was worth it, and we got a good laugh out of it. And I still love my girl, and she's doing awesome. By the way, you gotta get her song. You gotta listen to it. I would play it, but she's not here. So, no,
man, I've been really trying to put her music out there. They do a great job on their own.
Dude.
But every little bit helps. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
And me, I think it's really cool that they're doing videos because, I've been a VDJ, right? A video DJ now for probably close to 10 years, man. I was VDJ before VDJ was cool, man.
Right.
And so
I remember we had to worry about the doing the plugins and everything else.
Remember that?
Yeah,
projectors and this, that, and the other, and big old screens. And man, it was crazy.
Then having to worry about the compression. Remember how our computers would die off. Oh yeah.
But so she's I definitely, with the videos and stuff, they're doing the videos, it regardless, I would play their music, but even with the videos, it helps that much more, because people it's just another form of entertainment, right? Especially like in the bar or club scene, right? I start off, and everybody, you know how it is. You get there and everybody's kind of winding down, trying to get comfortable, having a few adult beverages and whatnot, right? And so during that time, they're just kind of watching videos, you know what I mean? And then so rather than, it just provides that additional entertainment. And that's what I've always liked about it, and believe it or not, I'm shy. So it takes their eyes off of me and then up on the screen, they're watching the screen and not me, so. Yeah.
And you know what, I'll be honest with you. One of the things that I kind of find it kind of interesting is people's reactions, especially some of the videos that I have that are like really old school,
Yeah,
you know,
yes.
and they're like, I've had people that were like really tipsy going, "Hey man, I love the films. I love the
The
films." And I'm
films,
like,
yeah.
wow, dude. You know,
Yeah,
so hey,
man.
Sonia, how are you doing? That's my cousin Sonia. She's here. Thanks so very much for joining us, girlfriend. Rita says, yeah, thank you both for the support, the Sales. Lawrence, what do you mean? I was playing, girl. Come on. I'm not like that. You know, at least I hope you know I'm not. Someone called Nine Juan Indio is about to start the barbecue pit. That is very true, bro. That is harsh, man.
Man.
I'm actually a good cook. I really am. I'm a good chef. So, but yeah, but no, you know, like you said, the thing is that, you know, you've been at the forefront of all of the changes that has happened in the music industry. I remember, you know, the CD part. I remember, oh my gosh, the CDs were horrible. Remember how it took forever for it to kick in, and then,
Yeah.
you know, just trying to find a good reaction just so that we could scratch correctly, because that delay was just it was killer.
Yeah.
And then going to the video DJs, that was a revolution. But then finding videos for the music that we wanted to play,
Yeah.
you know.
And sometimes, I mean, you 10 times, 100 times better than me, but I was a little dangerous with some of those mediocre apps. You know, I would get me. But for me, what I would have to do is I would have to find a video that was in time. You know, and
Uh-huh.
some artists, they're really good about in time, or even some, like, because they're usually VHS tapes, right? And you know,
Right.
they'll start off slow, go
Yeah.
faster, vice versa. So I would have to kind of, you know, change it
Time
a
it
little
out,
bit. So
yeah.
I was okay, but I mean, I was never on your level, man. So
No,
now
man.
I'm at a point where I'm like, if I need a video to a song, hey Lawrence, hey
Yeah,
Lawrence,
that's
what
it.
are you up to, man?
Hey,
You
bro.
busy?
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Want a burger?
Right, man. Jeez, like, what'll it take, bro? What'll
Oh
it take?
man, you know what?
No, he doesn't.
We've been friends for so long, and you know, one of the things that I've always prided myself on is just being able to help. I've always just wanted to be able to help. That's it.
Yeah, man.
And you know what? I think one of the great things is that we've been helpful to a lot of different people, a lot of different genres of music, because you're DJ Energy and I'm DJ NDO, but that's the key thing. We are actual DJs. We
Yep.
do the actual mixing. We really do mix music. We don't just hit play and next. We actually mix and scratch and do the whole 9 yards.
The
And
whole nine.
and that scratching that was in there, that really is Chris doing that. You know, Chris is he's far surpassed me years ago, man. I was like, yeah, so check it out. You put the CD in here.
Well, I mean, you got to look at it in terms of, like, I took this and went this way, and you took this and you went that way, you know, because what you're doing here is amazing, you know, and I
Yeah.
probably, I wouldn't be able to do this, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah, you know, we've kind of mastered, you know, I guess we can say, you know, different aspects of that, you know, of the entertainment industry, man. So it's really cool. It's really cool. Sorry, I get sidetracked. My little boy's playing football right now.
No, you're fine.
I'm
You're
getting updates over here.
he dropped the ball.
As a matter of fact, that's it. Yeah, I'm like, geez, kid. No.
Let's go ahead and play another song. I was waiting on I was stalling because Shelly was supposed to call me. I just got a text from her. She's still caught up in a meeting, and so she's not able to do it. I'm gonna send her a text real quick while we play this song. But this is the song that we were going to talk about. It's called Por Amor a Ti. It's from Allie. Man, I remember when I first met her, she was like 12, dude, and she's fixing to be 15. It's an amazing song. And B is asking, Energy, do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. I don't use it, unfortunately. I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm really trying to take off on TikTok. So if you are on TikTok, if you can go out there, hit follow, subscribe, DJ, and then it's the letters Energy. So it's DJ NRG _325. And then I'm also like on Facebook under DJ Energy, Instagram DJ Energy. But yeah, I'm really trying to go hard on TikTok because they don't mute me like Facebook does, man. Every time I try to do a show on Facebook, they're like, "We can't hear you anymore," or they'll just cut me off and not even warn me that Facebook will. And I'm like,
Right.
I don't have any viewers. What's going on? But yeah, if you could, that would be awesome. I would really appreciate it. It's again DJ Energy _325 on TikTok.
Yeah, B says we have an here in Houston. Let me see. Let me get this up. Here in Houston, we have a stadium named Energy for the Houston Texans.
Yeah. You know what? It's a Texas team. I was going to say, I don't know if the camera's on, but I still got love for you because you're tuning in. So, but however, I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yeah, you can see it. You can see it. He says,
but it's a Texas team. So.
It's a Texas team. There you go. Here you go. Orderly, I'll look it up. Also, DJ here in Houston. That'd be Borrado Lopez Jr. He is a DJ there.
Awesome.
I call him B because it's Borrado, but he's my boy. He takes care of me, and I appreciate him and everything he does. But let's go ahead and take a listen to Por Amor a Ti from Ali, and it sounds like this.
Y tú me engañaste, qué tonta soy. Por amor a ti, hoy vivo en tu prisión. Con tus ojos tú me encadenaste, maldito amor.
This is
vivo en tu prisión. Con tus ojos tú me encadenaste, maldito amor.
Honestly,
no, ya no te voy a rogar. De ti me voy a escapar. Si no me entregas tu amor, ya te entregué el corazón. Trátalo bien, por favor. Mi prisionera yo sigo contigo por amor.
I got a big 2 weeks in Lancaster. Your mic is on. Oh yeah, it is. Hey, so that was Por Amor a Ti from Ali. I'm sorry. I was trying not to burp. My microphone is on. Hijo. Okay. Well, then you heard all the good stuff that I was saying, and we were talking about doing the show over there in the club, and that's what we've been talking about really, and it's a good thing. It's good for us as people to get together and try to motivate and try to help each other out and the only way we can get better is by doing it together. The only way we can level up is together.
Yep.
That's it. And so, you know what, bro? Thank you so very much for hanging out with me today, man. I really do appreciate you, bro.
Yeah,
I really do.
It was a lot of fun. I was a little anxious, I was, like I said, I'm shy. So yeah, but it's a lot of fun. Once we get going, it's always a great time. Like I can call you for something that will take 2 minutes to tell somebody else, and we end up on the phone for like 3 hours talking music, talking, all of that, man. So yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome, man.
Yeah. And, and I'm excited, man. I can't wait till we start doing our stuff and everything else. And it's going to be really awesome. Yeah. I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all that were hanging out with us today. I do want to remind you that, there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Make sure you go out and help out and, stay cool. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to leave you with a song from Rita Capuchina. Rita, my girl Rita.
And just if we can, real quick, sorry, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I don't know that we've said it, but the official name, right? Ranch 125.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Here in San Angelo, Texas. We do have a Facebook, Ranch 125. We've got an Instagram as well, Ranch 125. It's 125 East Concho here in San Angelo. And like Lauren said, real quick, we just trying to do what we can to bring Tejano music, more of it here, to make it a hub, to have people come so that we don't have to be driving to, Midland, Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, make this another, hub for Tejano music. I think it'll be good for everybody. So, 125 East Concho, Ranch 125.
And it works too. I mean, you were there. Texas Latinos came down and it was packed.
Yeah.
Every time that Rita performs, it's packed. Yep. I mean, and okay, first of all, let's get it straight. Rita and Animo, they're an awesome show. If you haven't seen it, the song selection is great. They have a great show, great music, and they're in tune, but they're really well known as a great show here.
They're very talented.
Very talented, very, very talented. And then, Rita, she can sing for days, but also, Stephanie's coming up here. I mean, has come up here and she's killed it. There's a lot of Tejano bands that have come through town and have really done well. It's just that it's not a consistent thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. The consistency is what we need. And that's what we're going for. We're going for consistency. We're going for just to create something that people can count on. We start out with consistency. Then after that, we can really amp up the show.
Exactly.
And that's what we're going to do.
And what we ask from you is to come out, enjoy yourself, support. Yeah, it's only going to get better.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. And so with that being said, thank you so very much, man. And once again, thank you to my friend Chris for being here. And I hope that you guys really come out and enjoy and keep watching and keep supporting and everything else. B says, Indio, keep your head up and keep it real, brother, at all times. I'll look up on TikTok. Yeah, he'll look you up on TikTok. Awesome, Rock Your Shows. Thank you so very much, bro. I really do appreciate the encouraging words. Yeah. And we will keep doing what we do, and support Chris on TikTok, because he really is pretty badass.
Now I just want to warn you, I play everything, so some nights you might hear country, some nights you might hear Tejano, some nights you might hear R&B top 40. So just be patient.
That goes back to what I was saying earlier. A real DJ, an actual. We mix it all. Remember do you remember we used to be in the booth and we would play a song and it's like, okay, mix something into this, and it was just picking whatever. It could be country music, and we just constantly see who would mess it up. who's gonna screw up the song. But
It
you
was
know,
always Lawrence, by the way.
loco, it was not. Hijo, it was Chago who was. I'm gonna say Chago.
Calling out Chago.
Yeah.
Calling Chago.
Yeah, no, he's gonna call me right now. He's gonna be, dude, why'd you do that, man? So this one's a Volverás a mí from Rita Capuchina. And Rita, my girl, thank you so very much for being here. Y'all guys stay cool. Just remember that every day, you know, if today is you're having a bad day, if today was not your day, just remember that every day planes take off against the wind. You matter, you are loved. The only way we can do it together, the only way we can do it is together. Level up, be human to each other, be kind, and we will see you next time. And this is Rita Capuchina, Volver a mí. It goes like this. And it's a great song. Take a listen.
Está fría. Quiero tus besos, espero me digas yo te quiero y eso que no sea mentira. Sé que solo a mí me amas, que nuestro amor es verdadero. Cuando te vas tan lejos de mí, tengo celos en mi alma. De tu amor yo te confieso. Necesito tus brazos, besarte más. Dime cuándo volverás a mí. Necesito tus brazos, besarte más. Dime cuándo volverás a mí. Cuando no estás, mi cama es fría. Cuando no estás, finjo que estoy bien. Quiero sentir esta